If Spencer Rattler played like that, they would have given him more cars at Oklahoma. We said this might be a wild day because when you looked at it, we played this game last week. There was a bunch of like good teams playing a bunch of great teams, and you never know. And all of a sudden, someone like South Carolina, who looked horrible on offense a week ago against Florida, who subsequently lost to Vanderbilt, absolutely trucks Tennessee. And Spencer Rattler plays. If Spencer Rattler played like that, they would have given him more cars at Oklahoma. He was unbelievable. Shane Beamer just calls the game of his life. The offense is unstoppable, and Tennessee couldn't keep up. We hope Hendon Hooker's all right. If not, for the rest of to play again this season, for his NFL prep and all that. What a great player and great competitor. We had a lot of tough injury to watch him get hurt. Hopefully it's not a big deal, but you never know. And Tennessee ran into the you never know, and so the Vols are gone. Let's talk briefly about that, then we'll sort out how it works in here. Pat, thoughts on that destruction down there by the Cock Commanders?
Yeah, whoa, they commanded. That was the best game I've ever seen Spencer Rattler play. That looked like the guy we heard all the hype about in high school and early in his career at Oklahoma. I mean, 30 of 37 for 438 yards and 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. Efficiency rating of 234. That's incredible. Now, look, Tennessee's defense, I think it's clear, was going to happen inevitably to Tennessee's defense. Somebody was going to absolutely light them up to the point where you could beat them. The thing that their offense had been good enough to counterbalance. That's what happened when they played Alabama. But they finally, that unit was due for a game like this. And frankly, I'm glad it happened now because I don't want to watch them give up 63 in a playoff game. So, we are separating now down to the real contenders, and most everybody is a pretty complete and balanced team if you're still in playoff contention now. Tennessee, you are not.
Yeah, this was the kind of the bugaboo all year for them. Like you said, Pat, the offense had to outscore teams in several games this year. And finally, it kind of caught up to them. I mean, Tennessee's defense is now. I mean, I believe this is after this past game, but 100th nationally, ranked 100 nationally, giving up 411 total yards per game. And again, they've kind of struggled all year, and it feels like it came back to haunt them. I unfortunately had went down to Virginia for the UVA Memorial, but this was one of the games that I sent actually Pat and I's boss and said, hey, maybe I should go to this. I didn't think that Tennessee would lose, and I certainly didn't think Tennessee would lose like they did. But I knew it would kind of be like rowdy down there as a night game, and every now and then Beamer ball strikes, like Beamer Junior ball strikes, and man, give it up for them. He's done the job he's done in the last 2 years at South Carolina. It's just kind of blown me away.
Well, this was it. This was a huge night for them, recruiting, all that, and get to it. But it certainly takes that second SEC team potentially off the table. So, look, we're looking at Georgia. Obviously, they've got Georgia Tech. They got the SEC title game. They win out. They're in. They could lose to Georgia Tech and then win the next week. They're in. And then the question would be, could they lose to LSU and still get in?